Guys, I'm about to walk you through what I do in the morning to prep for my trades. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of my London markers because I don't need these anymore. They already swept this liquidity, so I don't need to keep that. It's a trade I took last night. I got stopped out in profit. I ended up hitting my full TP, but I would have got stopped out before regardless. But yeah, sorry I am a little sick right now. That's all good. So I'm on the 5-minute chart, and what I'm doing right now is just marking out my orb high and low, and then we're gonna adjust it as time goes on. Same thing for M and Q. And then I'm gonna go to, I marked out my previous day highs and lows already. So right now what I'm doing is seeing if we closed out any of these gaps. This one is closed out. Make sure I have my closest gaps marked out as well. Okay, so we have a gap below marked. Here is another gap right here that I need to mark out. It's not closed yet, but we're gonna keep it there. Look for any gaps above. Nope. Now we gotta mark out our previous session liquidities. So this is the London low. Mark that out. This is our Asia high. It was already swept, so we're just gonna mark the swing high up here and then drop to our 5-minute. Just get rid of that. Same thing here on M and Q, on NQ. My gold trade's about to close out, so once we're gonna switch accounts once that one is done, and then we'll trade on my new funding ticks account. I opened this account a couple days ago. There we go. Closed out for $1,000. There are so many gaps that need to fill, and M and Q, we haven't truly broken downward structure yet, so this could just be a pullback before the continuation to the upside. On the 1 hour we did break structure to the downside, so big bearish order flow on the 4 hour, bearish order flow, and break of structure to the bearish side on the 1 hour. We gotta watch out for this 1 hour gap here, see if we reject. And let's also check out Forex Factory, see what news we have. Yeah, we don't have any more red folders, so it should be good for the rest of the day. Let's also check Earnings Hub, Alibaba today. So gold is probably honestly gonna try and close this gap today. I just made this account yesterday, by the way, for the take advantage of that 50% off sale. And for this account I need $800 or $700 actually. Let's go with $750. Alright, so we are in a bullish order flow. So we're in a bullish move right now, bullish trend. What I'm doing, even though the 15-minute has not been established yet, so I found a 1 hour or 1 minute fair value gap right here. I set a buy limit above that. See if we can take for the 700 that we need. No clear entry right now for NQ. we're gonna hang tight a little bit longer with that one. So we are in that 1 hour gap we were talking about earlier, so we gotta see if we reject off of this. We do have a gap right here. I'm gonna set a limit order here as well. See if we can get tagged in on that. Okay, so we got tagged in, hit some pullback. We'll see what happens here. We're back in the positive, and again, just to recap, there was a 1 minute gap here that is now closed, but we went into it, and then looks like we're coming back down now. All I'm shooting for is 850 on my accounts here. For the 40% consistency rule with funding ticks. Alright, so get gold. Honestly, might not even need gold. I'm just gonna cancel this trade. Alright, so the M&Q trade, I keep saying M&Q, the NQ trade is doing pretty good right now. Let's get everything locked in here. Alright, so still getting a little bit of pullback on NQ, and it's because of this gap. Rejecting the gap. I was just trying to see, right now I'm trying to see if we can get into the gap because of the bearish order flow, but this is the first time it's getting tested. So you can see right here the gap was made. Bless you. First time getting tested today, so we'll see what happens. But it's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, now that the first 15 minutes are closed, I'm gonna go ahead and lock these lines here, my orb lines, so I don't accidentally move them at all. And we'll watch this play out. Almost there. Okay, there we go. TP hit. Done for the day. 886. So as long as I make between $830 and $1,000, that's all I need. But yeah, this is still going. So far, this trade would have hit 68 points. So a little bit over $1,000 already on that trade. Let's go and talk about it. Recap what we did. So first things first, before the session even starts, I mark out my previous day high and low. So here's the low, here's the high. Drop down to the 4 hour. Mark out your 4 hour gaps that are near current price. Then drop down to the 1 hour. Mark out your 1 hour gaps that are near current price. And from there, we mark out previous session liquidity and any swing points, pivot points that have not been taken yet. Mark those out. And then we look at the overall trend. So 4 hour has a lot of bearish order flow. It's on a bearish move right now, but it's not super confident until we break a swing low, but that's all the way down here. The 1 hour did break a swing low right here and right here, and we're breaking one right here. So I know that we're on a downtrend. If you want to, you can draw some trend lines. Okay. 4 hour as well. You can draw some trend lines here. So we know we're in a bearish move. Because of that, even though the orb wasn't made yet and I entered, let's go back to replay. So while we're creating the orb, we created this 1 minute bearish fair value gap. So I put my position tool right there. I can't remember how much I risked. I think I risked like 17 maybe, and then I think I went for 38, something like that. Yeah, it was right there. And so what I was waiting for was to get tagged in. Like it did right here. We got tagged in, almost got stopped out, but we hold the trade, and eventually we took TP. I think, yeah, the next 1, 2, 3 candles. So we were in the trade for maybe 5 minutes, 10 max maybe. But yeah, the only thing that I wanted to keep an eye out for was this 1 hour bullish fair value gap. So I wanted to see if we would retest it and reject, and then go back on a bullish move. But it looks like we're trying to close it pretty hard. And this is a huge candle. But yeah, this is on my Funding Ticks account, so this is my second one that I'm working on. I have 3, and this is the third one. If you guys have not checked out Funding Ticks, you should really give it a shot. They have a 2,500 profit target for 50k accounts. Dashboard is super easy to use. It's super cheap. If you use my code SGOTR, you get the best available discount, usually 35% off. So you can get a 50k account for $81.25 and no activation fees. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's trade, and I will see you guys in the next one.